Hi Libra, this is your reading for July 2022. I'm going to touch base with energies that are coming towards you and anything that you need to know and be aware of for that month, okay? Like I always say, if you have questions, comments, or concerns about the reading, you can always comment kindly below, or you can send me a direct message to my IG at Amani Ife777. All right, let's see what's going on. Libra, July 2022. These are not going to be long, I promise. Okay, all right, Libra. Ooh. You have the 10 of Swords energy underneath. The 10 is your energy and that of like Geminis and other Libras, possibly even Aquarian energies as well. But it's not like, typically you see the 10 of Swords and you get nervous, but it's not anything to be extreme about. But I'm being drawn to something interesting like sexuality with this. Okay, that's why the 10 is there for some reason. So if I'm picking up the word sexuality, something could be going on with your sexuality or like a partner's sexuality, I don't know, or like a coworker, a friend. It's a 10, so that would mean that I don't know if you're concealing something about your sexuality to someone or someone's doing that with you. It just depends on what's going on. If I was picking up the word sexuality, so someone could be coming out to you or something's going on with your own or someone else's. So it just depends on the energy that's coming through. If it's not that, then... If it's not that situation, the 10 could also mean, I get something about some type of secret that you have attached to you that could be coming out. Or if you're connected to someone else, maybe something's going on with that person and the secret's coming out with that person, whatever that means to you. Okay, but let's see what's going on. The starting point has the Ace of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands, there's a new creative, I don't say adventure. I was going to say venture, but there's a new creative venture that you may be embarking on. It could be with fire signs as well too, since it's Wands energy, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, the Ace of Wands. I'm getting something about like a new hire to a place with this as well. Like you could be getting a new job, like for some of you, if you've been through a situation where you were looking for work for some time, it looks like you may get the job, and if you do, there's some type of training that you're going to go through in the month of July. Okay, with the Ace of Wands, give me like a training kind of energy that you're doing on. I'm getting something about like what is that, CDA or CNA, some type of training that you're doing like that. CNA, I think, is that related to nursing? Some type of like medical work that you could be looking into for some of you. I'm getting that idea with the Ace of Wands. But I wanted to connect back to the 10 of Swords underneath with your job and training and things that you're doing. I'm getting this idea of some aspect of yourself you may be concealing, but it has something to do with your job, if that makes any sense. So I'll give you a really interesting example. If it's sexuality related, then something's going on with I get questions. Something could be going on with questions regarding your sexuality or like gender and things of that nature, and it could be related to some type of line of work that you're in, if that makes any sense. Okay, the 10 of Swords with that could be your views on some type of procedure that a workplace is taking you through, right? When I said that though, I'm getting this idea of being really true to yourself with the Ace of Wands. So if there's some type of training that you're experiencing, okay, I see what's going on here. Let me try to make sense of the situation. If you end up in a situation, this is ace as well, which there's aces are ones, so July 1st may be an important day for you, okay? But I'll give you a really interesting example. If for some reason you get hired somewhere, you get a job, but I get something about like a company policy, something could be going on with a company policy, some type of policy that a company has. It could have something to do with sexuality. It could have something to do with views and religious views and things of that nature. Something about that could be bothering you for some reason, or you may want to speak on the fact that it does or it doesn't, or because of some type of company policy or the way a workplace is, you feel like you need to conceal some part of yourself. I'm getting that kind of feeling for some reason. If it's not that related to sexuality and views and religion and things of that nature, company policies, then you are going through a series of trainings in a new job that you're getting, or like if you're not necessarily looking for work and something's going on in your current job, you may level up in that job, and they may be training you for the new role that you're getting promoted for, if that makes any sense. But something is going on through that procedure. Something's going on with your views, or something is triggering you with some type of policy that you're going to be presented with, or you're already aware of, that is something's going on, is conflicting with your views for some reason. I don't know if something that you have going on is conflicting with someone in an organization that you're working with or you're working for, something like that. But if you're self-employed, you could be doing that same type of situation as well too. Okay, what you're waiting on is the Hierophant. So it could be a Taurus man that you're dealing with here as well too. Okay, so there's a Taurus male with the Hierophant. Could be someone, they could be a love partner to you. They could be like a father figure, someone who's intuitive within themselves, someone who's but I'm getting that, what's that word? Someone that you look up to, like a male mentor that's in your space as well. I get comfortable. So something could be going on with the level of comfortability that you do have with this individual, whatever that means. That has something to do with being comfortable with this person. Being comfortable with them. This could be a situation, if you're a woman in a new job, something like, I don't know, something's going on with you with, I get like a fear. I'm looking at this element. Something could be happening with you with fear for some reason. I don't know if you feel, I don't know what's going on with this person, but there's some type of fearful feeling that you feel with them. It could have something to do with, what do you call it? If you're a woman, it could have something to do with maybe there's certain men that you don't feel comfortable around, or a particular man you don't feel comfortable around. I don't know what the deal is with that. Or something is going on. It could be the way they present themselves to you that could be making you feel that way, if that makes any sense. Right? It has something to do with being comfortable with this person. So it could be like a doctor situation, job situation, something going on with a company policy and having to meet with this person. But it has something to do with you being comfortable with them and not being fearful in their presence. I don't know if you have some type of fear. That's what a 10 of sword energy is underneath with them, because it has something to do with the way they present themselves to you, maybe making you nervous. It just depends on what's going on. Okay. The present has the Empress. This could be you. You could be dealing with an Aries female as well. If it's not Aries and another Libra that you have in your space, then it's Empress energy with yourself if you're a woman, or you could be dealing with something related to your mother, if that makes any sense. Okay. So something could be going on with a motherly figure in your space and this individual in a workplace. But I keep getting this idea of like a company or like an organization. Something could be going on with these two individuals. Like this, if you look at the card, this kind of looks like, I can't really tell, but this, if I look at them, they kind of look like Malcolm X a little bit. Like if you look at the way they look like Malcolm X a little bit. This could be like a black man that is in your space, like a black male man that is a Taurus. Or like Earth, I kind of see the Hierophant to be whatever Earth sign. It could be Capricorn. It could be Virgo. That's a man. They're in your waiting position, right? They're in your waiting position. This individual, this kind of looks like, like a Caucasian woman with the Empress. So they don't have, like I said, they don't have to be a Libra or an Aries female, but it could be like a motherly figure that they may look like this in your space. Right? You know what's interesting? I'm getting this idea of being subtly racist. I'm getting that idea. Somebody has like a subtle prejudice going on with them, or like their subtle, a subtle prejudice feeling, or like what's a situation? Like somebody's subtly racist in an organization, in a workplace. So it could be, I don't know, this person. It isn't. I mean, they don't have to look like this, but like they could be white, they could be black, they could also be white. It doesn't matter, but what they look like. But I'm picking up that kind of vibe. That's what a 10 is underneath with the Ace of Wands. So there could have been something that you experienced, whatever race or ethnicity you are. There could have been something that you were, some type of information or training or something that you were privy to, that you were privy to by one of these individuals, that it's kind of sparked. Okay, this person may be subtly prejudiced, or this person is subtly racist that is in this environment. So that could be your view about this woman. It could be an Aries woman, it could be another Libra woman. This Taurus, this earth sign energy. Something could be going on with their views, like in a situation. Something could be going on with their views as well, and something about their views. Something about their views may trigger this individual, or your fear with collabing. There's some type of fear or nervousness with collabing with someone that is embodying Hierophant, because this Empress energy is watchful. They may be watchful at conducting a training. One of these individuals is conducting some type of training for you in some type of work environment, if that's the case. They're conducting a training. They're conducting an interview. They're conducting something. They're responsible for overseeing a situation in a home or in a workplace, whatever the setting is that these two individuals are in with you. And the feeling that you have with this individual and the Empress. But if it's not related to that, then there's something also going on, like I was getting with, there's something also going on with you and identity. Something could be going on with your identity as a person, whether you're a man or a woman. Identity, you could be embodying Empress right here in the present, and whether you're a man or a woman, and something's just going on with your identity. You could be a man that comes off this way a little bit, maybe some type of effeminate nature, or you're a woman and something's going on with your sexuality. Right? This individual could be dating. You could be dating this individual, and there's fear, or you're considering dating them, whatever the situation is. There's fear with like, say you're a woman and you're dating this earth sign that's a male, and something's going on with them. Something's going on with your sexuality. You may not want. If you're a woman, you may be contemplating leaving a man to be with a woman. Or if you're a man, if you're a man, you could be dealing with this. You could be like, I don't know, something's going on with your feelings, with how you feel about this individual, right? Or somebody's downplaying a feeling that they have. So you can be doing that to them, or they're doing that to you. But the Empress in the present kind of gives me the idea that whatever kind of feeling you're having like that, someone is watching. So the subtle prejudice feeling that someone has could be coming from a mother, could be coming from a boss, it could be whatever the situation is. But the reason why why you're taking notice of that is because of some type of sexuality observance of this person, a sexuality observance of yourself, or something's going on here with some type of company policy, and something's going on with that, okay? And someone could be prejudiced of that too. I don't know, something's going on there. The Nine of Discs energy is in the future. And the Instincts has the Princess of Sword, the activist. Alright, so you could be embodying Princess of Sword energy as maybe you consider yourself to be like an activist to some degree. some type of, you can maybe be considering yourself to be that way, if that, however it relates to your situation, or you're dealing with an air sign female, they're in your instincts. You may be thinking about them, right? They may be responsible for some type of connection that you have, or they could be responsible for some type of interaction that you do have with an Empress or a Hierophant, or even a Knight of Disc. I was picking up Earth sign, male or female, period, that was coming through here. So you have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have Libra yourself, Gemini, could be Aquarian. You have Aries, Libra, or this could also just be a motherly figure that's in your space. And someone is prejudiced about someone that is in your space. But I'm getting the prejudice and the subtle racism vibe is coming from an Empress. Like someone in a workplace. Has that feeling. So, like, for example, say you're a female and you want to come out, as bi, but you may be feeling like you can't do that in this environment, whatever this environment is. So if you are up for a promotion somewhere, you feel, Ace of Wands, that you need to conceal some aspect of your identity. I don't know if the Knight of Discs feels that way, and you may be trying to get them to not be that way, or I don't know if a Prince of Air, a Princess of Sword energy may feel that way, or it's you. Somebody feels like they need to conceal an aspect of their identity, their true self, because of a prejudice that they're intuitively aware of, or you're intuitively aware of. Sexuality related. Their sexuality related, yours, or someone's going on with a relationship and you feel like you don't want to be with, if you're a woman, you're dating a male and someone's going on with their sexuality or yours, and you're like, I'm scared, I don't feel comfortable with this person anymore. Or someone's going on with somebody's views. And somebody's views in an organization is triggering someone who has some type of prejudiced thought. And you may need to seek, it could be yours, and you need to seek an external air sign female for some type of, You need to seek an external air sign female for some type of, alternative. You may need to seek them for an alternative, or as you're thinking of yourself, you need to seek some type of alternative. Whatever that means. It could be alternative work. Like alternative, what's the situation? The alternative has to do with something. It could be related to your, like I was getting all the things with identity and who you partner with, who you work with, things of that nature. The Prince of Wands, the journalist, is here in the accomplishment. So the Prince of Wands could be, like I said, fire sign. It's a fire sign male. Aries, Leo, Sag, that is right next to the Ace of Wands. So they could be responsible for some type of invitation. They may be inviting you somewhere that is important to a situation. Something's going on with them inviting you to something, right? They're inviting you to a situation. One of these elements you could be in, like if you're a woman, man, whatever, one of these elements is like a romantic interest to you. There's a few people here that could be a romantic interest. With the journalist, Prince of Wands. Or there's someone else's romantic interest, or they're a friend to someone else. They could be someone who is connected to the Knight of Disc, or an external Princess of Sword energy. Or that could be something that you're finding out as well, right? What this seems like to me, if you're a woman and you're tied to this Prince of Wands energy, I'm getting the feeling that you may not, you either are taking them up on some type of, you're taking them up on some type of offer I don't really want to be with. So you're taking them up on an offer, but you don't really want to be with them. I'm getting, that's one aspect to this. You don't really want to be with them, but the Ten of Swords is underneath is like, it's a convenience. The Ten of Swords energy underneath is that you could be with them for convenience. You're with them for convenience, or Knight of Discs. You could be with the Knight of Discs energy for convenience. You're with somebody here for convenience. So you either set that up yourself, or a Princess of Sword energy set that up for you. Some type of convenience, right? I don't know if an Empress is responsible for that. This person's also Caucasian on this card, so someone that may look like this, you may end up with in a workplace. In a workplace, this could be a situation too. If it's like if it's a work environment. If it's a work environment, like somebody may switch you to be with this person, or I'm trying to understand. If it's a work environment, you may work with one of these elements here, but I keep getting this idea of a switch. You may work with one of these elements, but there's this idea of a switch that may be taking place. The switch could be that you and this person are getting switched to work with someone else. Something like that. Or it's a vice versa thing as well. Like they may already be connected to an external air sign female or a Knight of Discs, and they're getting swapped to, I don't know, there's some type of swapping that is taking place in a workplace. Or it could be relationship swapping. Like you may deal with a Prince of Wands and you don't really want to be with them, so you may consider like swapping. You're like swapping. It feels like multiple people are involved, like friends. If it's not a workplace environment, then it's swapping like partners. Like partners are being swapped in some type of situation. So that's between you, a Knight of Discs, a Prince of Sword, a Prince of Wands, a Taurus man. Like there's a Taurus man in the situation. And something's going on with them. I don't know if they inquired about something specific with you, or with a Princess of Sword energy. Or an external Princess of Sword energy could have initiated something between you and the Prince of Wands, Knight of Discs, or Taurus. Whatever earth sign, male or female. But they put you with a Prince of Wands to do something with them, whether it's dating or it's work related, and you're like, I get this idea of a wish that you're trying to do. Like I wish something. I get you saying something like that. Like I wish I didn't date, or I got met. I wish I never met this person. Like you're kind of wishing you never met someone. You wish you never met somebody. Like there's someone in this space that you're thinking that you were either wishing to be with, or you wishing that you either wishing you never met, or you're wishing that you could be with. Like if that makes any sense. So I don't know if that's how you feel with a Taurus man. Or it could be Capricorn, it could be Virgo, man and woman. Like there's some type of wish that you either made and you ended up with the person, or there's someone that you're with and you're wishing that they were not with you. I don't know, something like that. Okay, so the 9 of Happiness is in your spiritual self. The 9 of Happiness is right next to the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is coming through as a Taurus man, but the Hierophant can also just be the embodiment of, whatever earth sign that's a man or a woman as well, with the Knight of Cups. Like there's happiness and there's emotional. The Knight of Cups is like security, like emotional security. That's right next to the Hierophant. You feel emotionally secure with them. But at one point, you could have been... I keep getting this... every time I touch them, I get uncomfortable. Like, they may be uncomfortable. Not at this, same thing. They may be uncomfortable with you. Or you think that... I don't know. Somebody's uncomfortable about something. Someone's uncomfortable. They're comfortable or they're uncomfortable. So that's either... I don't know if you feel that way. I do feel like I get starting to be, like you're starting to be comfortable or uncomfortable with a Prince of Wands. You're starting to be uncomfortable or comfortable with a Hierophant or Knight of Discs. Or something's going on with them and how they feel with you in the space. They may feel that way with you in the space. But it has something to do with views, It could be policies. Like it could also get pressure. It has something to do with pressure. Pressure in a relationship, pressure in a job, pressure with some type of view, pressure, like it could be somebody's mom could be pressuring someone, somebody's mother or a motherly figure, and something's going on with a prejudice feeling that a motherly figure has. And because of that feeling is why you have an interaction, is why you're interacting with these elements in the way that you are, or they're interacting that way with you. If that makes any sense. So I'll give you a really interesting example. Say you work somewhere and say you work somewhere and you want to alter something in your workplace. Right? You want to alter it. But there could be a higher up in the workplace that may disapprove. I don't really listen to when I said that. So there's a higher up in a workplace that may disapprove of something that you want to alter. They disapprove of it, but it's like you don't care, or that's a knight of discs, that's a earth sign, male or female, or a princess of I oversee an external princess of sword oversees that you want to do, or the earth sign wants to do, or a prince of wand wants to do. Taurus man, earth sign, male, female, period, prince of wands. Something that somebody wants to do, whatever that means. Alterations, changing things, right? So that could be related to a love relationship, and somebody's mom has something going on with them mentally. That could be a case. Something may be going on with someone mentally, and that could be why they have some type of odd policy or a feeling that they have. Like racist and prejudice feelings are they're like mental problems to me. So that could be a situation, Alright, so the two of dominion, that's a mentality. So the two of wands is with the princess of sword. There's patience that you need with them, or yourself, or they're external. They oversee something, you look to them, you contact them. They could be a friend, they could be a co-worker, whoever it is that they are to you. You need the patience to deal with an objective. You need the patience to deal with an objective that they formulated, or is an objective that you came up with. So I see what's going on here. The objective. Like I said, there's sexuality situations going on here. There's love interest situations going on here. There's something's going on with a job policy. Somebody being comfortable with working with you because or not because of a view. You don't feel comfortable because of somebody's views. Something's going on with sexuality and identity with you or these elements. Or somebody you're dealing with you don't want to be with anymore. You're like, I wish I wasn't with them anymore because of something's going on with them. Something's just going on with them. So that's a Taurus man, or a earth sign woman, man, fire sign man, could be woman too, and an air sign woman external. Something's going on. That's really interesting. So what you wish for, or an objective, the one objective that you probably had was that I get set up to be with. You could have been set up to be with a fire sign male by a mom or by somebody in some job, if that makes any sense. If it's a new job, old job, something's going on that's new that is coming through here, and it's why do I have to work with this person? I don't know, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And it's how you could have been they're an accomplishment, but there's some element about them. I get narcissistic. Some of them be narcissistic about a fire sign male that you were dealing with. Someone's narcissistic about the man, whatever it is that's going on. So it's a Leo, Aries, Sag. That's a man. They have a narcissistic vibe. Someone that you're dating or you work with, so you're like, I don't want to be with them, so can you put me with an earth sign man or woman? And you could have asked a princess of sort energy about that thought you share with them. You're should I change and be with one of those people there instead of him? I see. I see what's going on here. This is like you, if it's a work environment that's new, you're being placed with someone that you don't, like if you're embodying Empress, if you're embodying that, whether you're a man or a woman, you know, if you're embodying this, then you could have been placed with someone that has those, someone's egotistical about the person. And you're like, I don't want to work with him. So can you change? You could have asked a motherly figure about that, a mom about that, or someone's motherly figure about like a supervisor, somebody in your job. And you ask them, or an external air sign female, can you change me to be with? That's why the Hierophant is in the waiting position. Can you change me to be with an earth sign male, man or woman? Prince of Wands. I think he's narcissistic, egotistical. Can you, whatever it is going on with them, can you switch me out to be with whoever? This could be a situation here where if it's a workplace environment, a job is trying to be really inclusive. They're trying to give people, like they're trying to give employees the opportunity to experience diversity. So for example, if you're a black person, somebody's trying to place you with someone that's white in the workplace to see how you work with that person. If you're a white person, it's the same thing. It's a vice versa situation. But you are, something about you, something's going on with you that you feel something may be annoying. I mean, okay. If it's not racial, then it's gender. Like there could have been a situation here where like you could be getting placed to work. If you're a man, you could be getting placed to work with a particular male that something's going on with their race, ethnicity, language, or whatever, their looks, whatever the hell is going on with you and this person. And they're like, okay, like I don't know if I want to, I don't know, comfortable. That's why I was getting all that comfortable. I don't know if I'm comfortable with him or whatever, these males. Like you could be a man or a woman, you don't feel comfortable working with men. So it could be like some type of gender issue that's going on somewhere. I want to work with a woman. If you're a man, you're like, I want to work with, you know, or something's just going on with a fire sign man. You don't want to work with the fire sign man. Or deal with whatever the situation is. You want to be with a Knight of Disc. So you voice that to someone. Or somebody voiced that to you, whatever the situation is. Somebody voiced that to you. About switching, the reason why somebody wanted somebody to be switched. I'm looking at the Princess of Sword energy external. They just want information. They want information. So if they for some reason, if it's like whatever the environment that this is happening, if they for some reason are, that's why the Two of Wands is with them, if they for some reason are responsible for your connection with a Prince of Wands, a Hierophant, a Knight of Discs, whatever it is, I keep getting this idea of being asked to switch. You could be asking someone, you know, can I, whatever it is, if it's a romantic thing, you're trying, I don't know what you're trying to do with that. It could be, if it's a romantic thing, you could literally be asking someone, you know, can I leave? Like, can I, but there's feelings of fear with asking someone if you know, can I leave to be with this person? Can I go with this person? Can I switch? Can I go to that other branch of the bank? Can I, whatever it is. Someone is making you uncomfortable in some type of environment. Whatever the environment is. But it's the reason why this is happening the way it is because of the energy underneath, with some type of, like, there's sexuality issues going on here with you or someone else. Then there's like something's going on with somebody's race, ethnicity, or something's going on with policies. Something's going on with not something egotistical. There's a lot going on there that's really interesting. What's changing is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles, being that it's changing, Nine of Pentacles is like my paycheck card, like a paycheck you're waiting for, or a raise that you could be waiting for, like it hasn't happened yet. It's a 9, could be September, may be important. There's a lot of 9s here as well too. September may be important. Something may be interesting going, in the period of September. All right. But the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Gain is changing. So some aspect of some type of financial gain, maybe some aspect of it could be changing for some reason. Some type of aspect of some financial gain could be changing, whatever that means to you. Oh, I see. So someone that you were once with, you could be leaving, and they could have been someone's cash cow with something that's attached to a Prince of Wands, and you could be leaving that intentionally. I don't know, whatever the situation is, and you're like, you can't, whether they give you a lot of money or not, you're like, okay, I don't, the egotistical narcissism is, the combination of it is driving me nuts. They have a lot of money, but I can't deal with the character. That could also be why that's changing. Or the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Gain could also be changing because I met someone better. You're meeting someone better than this person. You're meeting someone better than someone here. You're meeting someone, I'm thinking it's Pentacles, so it could be the earth sign that you're meeting that is better than the Prince of Wands. Something is better about them. Better character, better style, better speech, better work ethic, better whatever. They're just, something is better. So for example, say you're a woman, if it's sexuality related, and you're a woman and you're dating a Prince of Wands, you're dating a Prince of Wands, I'm feeling like you could be finding a woman, another woman or man in your space that you deem to be attractive. If it's fluid situations going on with you, then that could be a situation as well. You could be expressing that to an external Princess of Sword energy or an Empress, or I get fear of hearing. So when I said expressing it to an Empress, you're fearful that they may hear that, whatever it is. And the better it could be associated to something going on in work, something going on in love. You don't want your mom to hear that you don't want to be with, if you're a man, you don't want your mom to hear you expressing the fact that you don't want to be with the woman she found for you. If that's one element, I'm giving examples, right? Or if you're a woman, your mother does not want to hear that you disapprove of a man she found specific for you. Or something's going on with a job, and somebody's prejudice and subtly racist behavior, and this is kind of like the foundation. So whatever this Empress energy is, is something's going on Ten of Swords with them, and their view, and it's what's causing you to operate in the way that you are up here, okay? Empress could be it could be like a boss, supervisor, motherly figure, higher up in an organization, whatever the setting is, somebody's mother. The Five of Cups is disappointment in the resolution going towards the Knight of Discs. So I don't know if you feel disappointed with the Knight of Discs. That could be a situation. You feel disappointed, or something is giving you some type of grief, and I keep getting this idea is cups, so I keep feeling this feeling. It's not extreme, but I'm getting the idea of concealing feelings. Like you could be they could be concealing their feelings from you, but you want them to express them. I don't know. You may want them to express them, or you're trying to figure out ways to get them to do that to you, or just period, whatever it is, or something's going on with you. I get repressed emotion. You have repressed emotions because of a mother or a higher up in a place, or a friend. You have repressed a sister. You have a repressed emotion. A co-worker could be like this. A co-worker may be really possessive of the men and women that you work with, you work alongside. A co-worker could be that way with you. A mom, somebody's mother, your mother is someone's mom. A higher up that's a female, and something's going on in a workplace with what you do in a workplace, how you interact with certain people in a workplace. Someone is watching that, or someone's inquiring about that, someone's asking about that. But it's related to sexuality. I also get dominance. It's related to sexuality and dominance, like within yourself or with someone here. That could be the Prince of Wands, the Knight of Discs. They manage their emotions well. If it's a Knight of Discs you're dealing with, they do manage their emotions very well, like to the point where you don't know, you may not know about somebody's sexuality, or you're trying to figure out what their sexuality is like. So you got Taurus here, you got air sign female, is external. I feel like they're someone that you deal with like they're like an immediate supervisor. Like they're a friend that you go to for some type of insight about a Knight of Discs, a Taurus, a Prince of Wands. I was getting that idea of a wish. So the Nine of Cups, like the Nine of Cups with the earth sign element is that there's a wish that is being fulfilled there, but not with a Prince of Wands. And it can also do with race and gender. Like there's an element of race and gender situations that are taking place here, because something that the Empress, I get organized. The Empress organized something. So somebody's mother said something, did something, planned something. Or it's like a motherly figure that is in a workplace. They organized something, or they did something really strategically that they feel that people should follow, but you're like, no, I don't want to follow that. And it can have something to do with sexuality and people being really open with who they are sexual wise, and also like views, like how things, views, racial views, and I also get academic. Something is academic. Somebody's academic views. Something's going on there too. Something could be going on with a Prince of Wands energies, academic views. Knight of Discs, academic views. Empress, your academic views. And it's that the academic views is why something is happening the way it is here too. So there's a lot coming in July. There's a lot of different scenarios here that are taking place. But let me do an outcome and see what's going on. What's the outcome here? So the Queen of Pentacles energy is here. That's on that side, and the Seven of Cups. So I'll take this card. I'll just start doing that. The Seven of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles is that you do have options with a Queen of Pentacles, right? So whatever you do, the Queen is coming through like a knight. The Knight of Discs could be, doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, it's a knight. So it's someone that is there in their 20s, 30s, early 30s. The knight with the earth sign, man and woman. So you have options with them, right? I'm getting this interesting thought of good love. I don't know why. Like I'm picking up that song. Like is that Whitney Houston? Good Love. Something's going on with that too. Like they may give good love, or you could be embodying this and you have good love to offer. Whatever the situation, there's a good element of good love that is taking place here. Like something is good love related about a situation or a person. But the Five of Cups with the good love, with the Five of Cups in the resolution, someone isn't expressing that, but they have the potential. They have potential to love really well, or you do, or whatever, but they're not, somebody's repressing their emotions, so they're not coming out. I keep getting this idea of like sexuality as well too, like there's something's going on with their sexuality or yours. Prince of Wands, Hierophant, Empress. The Empress I don't feel like has anything going on with them sexuality wise. It could be the Knight of Discs that you're trying to get that person to be open, or it could be a vice versa thing. I'm getting the idea of flirtatious scenarios as well. There's flirtatious scenarios that are taking place. And something about those flirtatious scenarios, it aggravates. The flirtatious scenarios aggravates an Empress. It aggravates an Aries female. It could be an external Libra woman. Someone's older. I don't know. That's really, and it's aggravating someone. Alright? It could also be like, if it's not love related like that, and it's you doing that with someone here, somebody could be envious of you. Like that could, the Empress, like a motherly figure could be envious of you that is somewhere, wherever this is taking place. Or they're envious of a bond that you have with a Knight of Discs or a Prince of Wands. Or you were meant to be with a Prince of Wands, but you don't want to be anymore. So you express to a friend that, can I switch? If it's a workplace, you're set to work with someone specific, but somehow you ended up inquiring about working with someone. You feel, or you're going to feel the need to ask or kind of bring that up to an Empress and see what they. Don't ask when I said that. So do not ask a mother or a motherly figure in some space about something, an older woman. The other woman could be whatever sign. The Empress is a Libra and Aries woman, but like it could be any sign. There's someone that's older. It could be like an older woman that takes care of babies. There's a baby in this card, or an older woman that has a child that's a baby. This is a small child that the woman is taking care of. So it could be somebody's, whoever it is. Alright. So it's something you have some decisions to make in July. So there's a lot going on, in a new job. This could be happening to you in a new job, or one you could be transitioning in between jobs. I was getting Ace of Wands. Something's going on with you leveling up in a job, and there's something that you're becoming privy to because you're leveling up in a job. Something's also going on with somebody particular that you're working with them or you date them, and you're like, I don't want to be with them anymore. You're inquiring about switching and being with someone else. And there's this element of like good love that is taking place, like Whitney Houston's song is coming to mind, with a Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Discs, Hierophant. And that could just be the way you look at your work. Like you experience, if it's not love only, you experience good love in a workplace that you're in. But there's some type of element behind the scenes that is watching that vibe, like watching that love happening, if that makes any sense. Okay? Alright. Let me know how it resonates, Libra. Be well. Take care. Bye.